each game. How do you feel about your chances where you guys are right now in the division?
Well, for us, it's very important that we just create good habits. And that's something that always is monitored. For us to stay in sync. It's always a good time to find a way to win a football game, and that's what we have to do. And this game is no different.
Running game showed a little bit of improvement this past week, but not where you guys want to be right now. How do you feel about where that's evolving in terms of the traditional running game with you guys?
I think for us, that's who we are. That's the definition of what we call Panther offense. And when we get our running game going, that everything else falls in place, falls in suit. We got to find ways to keep getting Stu going. He's a key asset for us as an offense, and that's what we plan to do moving forward.
Kaelin Clay, what did you see from him in the preseason that could possibly translate now that he's back?
West Coast Clay, he's been a spark for us. Well, he was a spark, while he was here. Just giving it a just different dynamic, offensively, and a guy that can stretch the field and make big plays downfield.
Cam, Ron and Shula mentioned on Monday that they maybe need to simplify things offensively a little bit, but maybe some of the younger players and new players overloading them a little bit. What have you seen, and do you agree with that? Or?
Well, the game plan still isn't in yet. Well, it's not completed. I shouldn't say it's in. It's not completed yet. But whatever rhythm of the beat that we need to go about winning football games, I'm all for it.
When you watched film, Cam, on Sunday, what did you see particularly that you want to improve?
We just got to stay on rhythm. We just got to stay in manageable situations. When we do that, we're dangerous. But second and long, third and longs is situations that we don't want to be in. That's a very low success rate, and we want to stay out of those situations.
A couple weeks ago, you had six touchdowns, one interception. Now it kind of flopped the other way the last couple of weeks. What offensively has happened, and what do you got to do to get back to where you were?
Well, it's just how it goes. Of course, if I could predict my stats and for my stats to be what it is, I think it'd be a different outlook. But, in this game, you just got to find ways to win. And you got to find ways to, to protect the football. That's what I have to, always keep in mind doing. And I haven't been doing a good job of that, whether just the luck of the draw, balls tipping up in the air, or just bad decisions. Either way, it all falls on my shoulders. And, I have to be better with that. If eliminated turnovers in the last couple of weeks, who knows what the turnout will be. But nevertheless, we can't go back in time, so we're just going to have that mentality moving forward.
I think a lot of it is just kind of the way the ball's bouncing. Because there's been some strange plays where balls have tipped off players' hands. And
it is what it is, but, nobody cares. Nobody cares about my feelings. Nobody cares, but if the ball popped up in there and got tipped or what have you. It's just on us to make sure that when we have opportunities to make plays and to do things that we know we're capable of doing, we just got to do it. And I'm speaking more so in the man in the mirror, and and everything falls in place.
And what will Kaelin Clay potentially bring to the passing game?
Well, I'm not sure. It's too early to tell. I'm happy that we were able to land a guy that was very familiar with our offense already, so we won't have to reteach the basics all over again. A guy that somewhat has fresh legs for a receiving core that has been battered with resiliency. Throughout a whole game. It's those guys come in and out of the game and they rotate for each other, and just to have four guys to do it, that speaks volumes of the toughness in that receiver room. But for West Coast Clay to come back in, You know, I think he's going to lessen the load for a lot of people to keep somebody or a lot of guys fresh.
Can you put in perspective all that's been put on Christian McCaffrey's shoulders this year?
What do you want to put in perspective?
In terms of what he has to learn in different positions, everything that more than a typical rookie.
I might say that. He's a dynamic player. What, you want to stay on the sideline? Well, let me stop. We just find ways to keep getting playmakers the football, and that's what we're trying to do.
And how important these next 2 weeks as you guys get into some more division play, and is it good to know that nobody as of yet is like gone and run away with this like you see in some other divisions?
Well, I think that's the optimism of where we are right now, but yet, you know, it's still some things that we have to have better characteristics as a team. You know, we have to be better playing complementary football offensively and defensively. We got to know offensively that we got to give our defense a break. Couldn't put them in no terrible situations, and defensively, you know, those guys are going to do what they're coached up to do in the special team. Just change the field position. Too many times, I don't think we won the field position battle this past game, but that's just a game inside the game. Nevertheless, you know, we still got to find ways to put points up on the board as offense, and as the signal caller, that's my job to do.
Christian has a lot of catches, but you've been sacked a fair amount of times too. Now that we're about midway through the season, how would you say you're doing with your goal of taking layups, taking more layups?
That's not my focus right now. My focus is trying to win football games at all costs.
Yeah, to Joe's point about how nobody's run away with the NFC side, but does that make it kind of more frustrating that the mistakes from the past 2 weeks, you guys could have gotten a little bit of breathing room up, you know, up top, and maybe haven't been able to?
We could have, but there's no need to soak in what we can't change now. You know, it's up to us. We have a divisional opponent in Tampa Bay that we know how those guys play. They know how we play. And it's going to be a good game. We're anticipating a lot of success for us, and I'm pretty sure they're doing the same. So, you know, it's going to come down to just the fine print of which team executes the best. And when we're playing Panther football, it's pretty exciting. And when we're not, you know, that it's just a lethargic team that's out there that's you know, emotionless, and that has to change. You know, we have to give ourselves reasons to celebrate and be enthusiastic while out there on the football field. And when you do that, that's contagious.
Is it surprising when you guys do come out flat and lethargic just because, like you said, like that's not the way you guys are, like typically?
Well, I mean, you never know when you're in that moment until going back and looking at that moment. You know, it's easily said than done, just like a lot of things in this sport. But you know, we just have to start fast and just build momentum throughout the game.
And big plays, big chunk plays, kind of get to that energy. I think that you're talking about. Does this offense? And I know you had several at Detroit, New England. Do you think you guys have the wherewithal to do that consistently, week in and week out?
Next question.